Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nexus. Thank you for joining us for an evening of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Nat. I will be your dungeon master tonight, and we are thrilled to be streaming at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. Nexus is inspired by / a parody of / a fond love letter to a lot of the video games that I've played through the years that fall into the genre of it's your first day on the job, but oops, science went wrong and now you have to shoot things. So whilst I'm anticipating this will feel a little bit more like a dungeon crawl than some of our other games, there will be plenty of references and influences from that type of game. But if you're not into them, that's also fine. We're still playing D&D, and I'm sure there will still be plenty of shenanigans and tomfoolery for you to enjoy. For those who are new to D&D, everyone here plays fantasy characters in a fantasy universe. The 5 players each have their own unique character with sheets that tell them who they are, what they can do, their deepest secrets, and what dice to roll. They'll mostly be rolling one of these, a 20-sided die, to see if they succeed or fail. 20s are incredibly good, 1s are often hilariously bad. And while they play their characters, everything else in said fantasy universe is played by me. People, monsters, friendly automatons that are obsessed with testing and cake, you name it. There probably won't be as many weather patterns this time around because we are going to be underground, but who knows, we'll see. Between me describing the world and the story and the players describing what they want to do and some dice rolls to keep things unpredictable for all of us, we will tell our story. First, let's meet our players and have a quick word from our sponsors, and then we'll get stuck in.
Hello, I'm Chris. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm playing Marnis, who also uses they, them pronouns. Marnie, as they're known to their friends, is a dwarven fighter, an ex-member of the Baldur's Gate City Watch, who saw some very troubling things during the gloom which pervaded their city very recently. They left the city with their parents shortly thereafter, resettling in Waterdeep, and are now taking various jobs for hire as a guard, a bodyguard, some form of watch. However, they've noticed, maybe not fully, but others around them certainly, that their shadow appears to now have a mind of its own.
Hi, I'm Evie. I use she, her pronouns, and I will be playing Idris Asunda, who also uses she, her pronouns. Idris, to all new acquaintances and colleagues, is just your typical ditzy Asimov sorcerer, excited for her first day on the job. The first job she's had since leaving her parents, and is just so excited to join the Nexus Arts family, or whatever. But she has a secret. Not only is she not really an Asimov, she's not even really from the material plane. Idris is in fact a Hexblood shadow magic sorcerer sent by the Misty Steps Interplanar Travel Agency to find out what is all going on with Nexus and what their dirty secrets may be. And I, for one, can't wait to find out what she discovers.
Hi, it's me, Augury, your favorite arcane trickster and divination wizard. Last time you saw me, I was helping with a little bit of the retrieval of a magic item, but now I'm here, trying to get a normal 9-to-5 job, or I am. Who knows what I'm doing here? Well, that's it for me for now. Yeah, that was Augury. He uses he, him pronouns. My name is Ali, and I also use he, him pronouns. And I'm so happy to be here for you. And expect a lot of chaos from Augury. And spoiler alert, body parts.
Hello, I'm Nick. I use he, him pronouns, and I will be playing for this adventure Grunak Clactine, who is a dwarf who also uses he, him pronouns. Grunak is a cleric, a Twilight domain cleric, who has been in Baldur's Gate for a very long time. He is a hill dwarf and has taken to a new calling of moving over towards Nexus Arts to join their engineering and maintenance, mostly because he can cast mending. So I'm sure this will go really well, and there's no concerns at all. But mostly he's there because they have, from understanding, taken over a dwarven fortress, and he is not very happy with the way they're handling things. So he wants to see if he can put a few things right. Let's see if he can.
Hi, I'm Josh. I use he, him pronouns, and I am going to be playing Garnot, who also uses he, him pronouns. Garnot came to Waterdeep to see a play based on Theros, got a little bit carried away with the interactive side of things and ended up spending all of his money, so is now looking for other employment because he intends to go to Baldur's Gate to do some research. I mean, he took this security job with Nexus because security is going to be easy, right? Hopefully. Oh, he also has his little grey rat friend, Roger, to accompany him.
All right, let's begin. All right, everyone. Hello. Welcome to Nexus. Happy New Year. I've been given power, and I'm both excited and scared. But let's get into it. Let's start. Okay. Deep underground, obscured from the sight of surface dwellers and anyone who might be on the lookout for such things, reality tears open with an uncomfortable, ripping, screeching noise. It's not the first time this has happened recently, but this is unlike the others. A hole. Small at first, and then larger and larger. Spurred on by unpredictable and powerful surges of magic, encompasses a great stone chamber. The edges of this window in the material plane burn with energy as they open up to the other side. Forks of pure weave energy burst from the edges of the portal, disrupting papers, smashing windows, collapsing walls, opening up to let them in. From the abyss, the multitudinous eyes and teeth of the faceless lord turn and stare directly at you. Maybe. It's a possible future. We'll see. Augury, you have some skill in divination and seeing the future. It's a little bit, just a little bit. It's served you well so far in your life as a scoundrel for hire. But this vision that came to you in your dreams last night hits just a little bit harder than some of the others. Lingers in the mind just a little bit longer. Feels a little bit more tangible. Unsettling.
Is it the first time I dream about that, or is it like recurrent?
This is the very first time it's happened. Mm-hmm. But, don't worry about it. You've got other things to focus on at the moment, right? You've got a busy day ahead. You're on your way to your first day at your new job. So, bad dreams, put them aside. Who cares? It's fine. It's going to be a great day. You've got Nyx there with you. So you're on your way to your first day at your new job at NEXUS Arts, which is a magical science research facility, and it's hidden somewhere in the Sword Mountains between Waterdeep and Neverwinter. In fact, the rest of you are there as well. You're currently all on a funcular-style stone platform that's descending, diagonally, downwards into the mountain. NEXUS Arts has taken over an ancient, abandoned dwarven citadel and has just, spruced it up a bit. They've put a bit of decoration on and they've repurposed some of the rooms, not really paid attention to the function or significance of the rooms beforehand. It's fine. What you're riding on was probably used as a practical lift to transport mined ores and gems to the surface, you imagine? Except now it's been given a safety rail because not enough places put safety rails in. So this one does. Right? And it's got
dwarves don't believe in safety rails. This is established canon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're smart enough to not fall off the edge. The rest of you, it's
true.
Lower center of gravity. No need.
Yeah. But NEXUS Arts does care about your health and safety. So a couple of railings have been added in. There's a couple of benches as well that have got the NEXUS Arts logo engraved in them, which is a sort of a cog with NA in. And there's also a service automaton in the front right corner that greeted you and pulled the lever to lower the platform. So there might have been some of you that had a prior connection to each other before today, but the majority of you met a couple of hours earlier in the morning when you were teamed up to complete your final security training exercise, where you all kick the shit out of an automaton basically, and were promised free cake if you did. And you're now on your way to the Nexus research facility proper to complete your induction. The platform has been descending slowly for about 10 minutes so far. So, what is everyone doing while they wait? Do we want to go around and have a close look at what the characters might... Let's start with Augury, because you were the one that had this dream. What would Augury be doing? Is Nyx about?
You hear just a slight purr coming from my clothes, but you cannot see my familiar, who is Nick. Augury would be looking at the others. Who could be the largest or the tallest?
Garnet, I think?
Yeah.
How tall is Ingress?
I think we established that I'm the only big and everybody else is a small.
Well, how tall is Garnet?
It's about 6 foot, 6'2".
Okay. Ingress is like 5'9", 5'8", but has the appearance somehow of being much smaller.
She's just so sweet
Suspicious.
and twee.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
She
Garnet's
could
probably
possibly be taller than 5'3".
So Garnet's that Augury, if that's what you're looking for.
But actually, we've met before, right? So I think I'm just gonna have walked to Garnet and said, "That was really good this morning. Thank you for taking some punches for this little squishy fella. And I think you have a friend with you, right? So I think Nyx could be a little bit curious about Roger."
As you approach Garnot's doing something with his mouth, and as you get to him, he's just pausing, he's holding a tooth in his hand, he's trying to put it back in, because he tried to bite the rock golem. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, you got one of those, what are they called, familiar things? You got, is it a cat?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. My little friend, he's all right with cats, but I'll keep him hidden, when your cat's around, just to be safe. Yeah.
I have a question because, I don't think we are allowed to bring pets to the office. I mean, I can disappear mine, but is yours safe?
I did not know that. It was not in the job description. It's fine. He'll be hidden in my armor, and I'll pull my armor, and you can see it's about 2 sizes too big for me. He lives in there normally, so... Do you know how to put teeth back in?
Probably you should ask Grunak. I think they are good at repairing stuff.
Oh, I know how to put a tooth back in. And Ingress just kind of goes in and just like, so you take it out, and then you just, back in, just like that.
All right, I'll do that. Let go and it falls out.
No, you're not doing it right, like this.
Oh, it's in. Thanks. Yeah.
No problem, and don't worry, I won't tell anyone about the rat that you keep in your armor. Your secret is safe with me.
What rat?
Exactly, what rat?
Yep.
Very good. What is Grunak and Marnie doing on this platform?
Dwarf ship.
Dwarf shit.
Chatting away in the corner and Dwarf is like, I should really hate you. That's
In the
about it, really.
privacy of your dwarf bathroom, please.
No such thing.
Grunak is absolutely looking at the handrails and going up to them and being like, this is quite shoddy craftsmanship. I mean, really, they could have done a lot better. You shouldn't be hammering things into stone like that. They've made a right mess of the bit of the... Oh, never mind.
Are you wiggling the
handrails.
safety rail?
Yeah.
Give me a strength check.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's roll this. Just a straight strength check.
Well, how careful are you being?
I mean, I'm not impressed. I mean, I'm a hill dwarf, but I've definitely been to mountain dwarves' homes before, and I'm very respectful of them. So I'm rather unimpressed. So I'm going to just do a bit of that just to see how there's a bit of force behind it. That is it's not that much. It's a 12.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you get to the point where you feel like, oh, actually, if I keep wiggling that is going to come off.
Okay.
So I'll let you decide whether you keep pushing and
No.
try to get rid of it now.
No, I'm not going to get rid of it. I'll just be like, oh, all right. Just to inform you all, maybe don't rely on the safety rails to keep you safe. That's all I'm going to say.
What's the point of them being there then if they're not to keep you safe?
Quite honest, Garnet, I've no idea.
Well, thank you
Nexus
so
Arts
much.
takes your health and safety very seriously.
Thank you so much, Grunak, for your expertise and insight into this. Oh, I can't wait to get to know you so much better.
Now, where did that voice come from?
That was the little automaton in the corner that activated the lift for you.
Oh, right, okay. I think Marnie will be sat on a bench, tugging at their sideburns, just like general fussing and fossicking of the nervous kind, looking around at all the people. Will zero in on Grunak and just go over and... Father, I wasn't expecting this to be a... I don't know, I thought it'd be more actual garden, but now it seems like we're actually fighting things with swords and stuff really early on. Like, I didn't think fighting would be part of the training, especially not for people who aren't working in security.
It's a very good point, actually, I suppose. Quite shocking that, I mean, I'm glad I can handle myself, but as an engineer, I wasn't expecting to have to actually fight a stone golem or anything.
Not as part of training either.
No.
I don't know. I thought this might be... I mean, I came here to get away from fighting, you know? It'd be nice.
True, but we are in our kin's homeland with all of this, and we are ones who like to defend the dark places for the others. So we will stand strong as we always do, and Gorm will protect us. Don't you worry, there, dear.
Right, you are, Father. Gorm will protect us.
Fine, but don't you look? Just in case you're worried, in case anything comes up out of the blue, I know you'll always be ready to take it all on, won't you? And I will do which I forgot about last time. One of my things, which is Vigilant Blessing. So you will now have advantage on your next initiative roll that comes along. Just so that you're always ready there, Marnie. Okay?
Gorm, protect us.
Does that last indefinitely, or is it just for the next?
Seems to. It literally just says this benefit ends immediately after the roll, or if you use this feature again.
Great.
Seems apt. We worship the same gods. Yeah, there'll be a sort of quiet, right, Father, and a sort of a look down, shy look across at the others. And then we'll try and lean on the guardrail, and if it creaks, stop immediately, and just stand there looking like a lemon.
Roll me a D100, please, Chris.
Oh, dear. $38.
Yeah, Grunak, your perception is pretty good. The railing that Marnie has just leaned on does shift slightly. Just a little as they lean on it.
I will instantly throw a hand out to grab Marnie's arm. Like, oh, no, careful there, Marnie.
Why would they put supports there if they weren't for leaning on? I don't understand.
Nexus Arts takes the safety and health of its staff very seriously.
Seems rather not.
The automaton in the corner, is like a round little ball that has a couple of like stick legs and a couple of stick arms, and like a big oculus in the center, and it just seems to be standing there.
What's the lighting like down here?
So it's on the platform itself. There's a couple of little like orbs in the corner of the platform that are giving off a dull glow. But there's not much else by way of lighting.
Those of you who look at Marnie would potentially notice that Marnie's shadow doesn't quite behave in the way that it should do. It seems to move slightly later than it would with moving lights and that sort of thing. There's something slightly off with it, and you probably all notice that if you want to. And as we did all fight together earlier in the day, Marnie's shadow seemed to take on a life of its own and get involved in the fighting as well. Marnie appears to have no idea.
And I kind of sidle up to Marnie, just kind of where you're sat, and just be like, "Hi, I don't think we are introduced. I'm Ingris."
Hello, I'm Marnie.
Nice to meet you. So, what job are you doing here?
Security.
Security? Oh, that sounds very exciting. If it's not too personal a question, your shadow. It's very interesting.
My shadow.
Yeah, it's like totally awesome.
Marnie will turn and look at their own shadow. Right. Is it doing? Lean in like conspiratorially. Is it doing weird stuff?
Well, like, I suppose that depends on your definition of weird.
Oh,
Like,
no.
I totally don't think it's doing anything weird per se, but it's doing things that are really cool.
Oh no, 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 no. Okay.
Now, Marnie, now. You know you're fine there. Look, calm yourself. Ingress, it's very kind of you to ingratiate yourself so nicely with all of us, I have to say. But don't you worry yourself there, Marnie. Remember, Gorm is always looking out for you, and all he has done is blessed you with the ability to work both in light and dark at equal times. You are a pleasure for us to have around at all times.
What?
Just you calm yourself.
What does that mean, Father?
We all work in the light and the dark.
Aye, we do. Aye, we do.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Ooh, metaphor.
I will then kind of like arm around Ingress and go, do you mind if I'd love to have a little more of a chat with you, because you're very on top of everything over here, and I'll just kind of pull you to one side. See, it's maybe don't talk too openly about Marnie's shadow. From the time that I've known her, she's not one for either
Them.
Sorry, from the time that I've known them, thank you. From the time that I've known them, they're not very aware of what it does, and it tends to be a bit frightening. So, we can definitely notice it, and I agree with you. Your wording was rather precise. I would also say it was rather cool, if it wasn't such a strange word for a man of my age to be saying. But anyway, it's, you're absolutely right. Just maybe don't bring it up with Marnie, if you don't mind.
Okay, I will find ways to compliment Marnie in other ways that highlight areas that don't cause them much anxiety, especially on the first day on the job. There's a lot of anxiety that goes along with that anyway. I don't want to make them self-conscious.
Absolutely. What did you say you were here to do again? What was your job?
Just
I'm here.
as Grunak asks that question, the orbs in the corners of the platform just a little lowering and raising of the light.
Lights flickering. Can I try and work out what's wrong? Intelligence check? I'm not that smart.
I mean, what are you trying to figure out? Are you going to look directly at the light?
Yes, I'm going to go and look straight into the light.
Vibe check?
I don't know, can I roll an investigation check?
Sure.
Thank you. Does stone cunning or something like that apply? Because, whoa.
Nothing to do with it's light, it's not the stone.
Ooh, okay.
With a passive investigation of 20, is Augury able to see if there is any loose cable, loose anything, or maybe we pass by some sort of barrier?
I rolled a 19.
Great. So Marnie, I will come to Augury as well, but Marnie, are you actively going to anywhere, looking at anything particular?
Marnie is just trained city guard, so there's a certain amount of investigatorial, they're proficient in investigation. So there's a certain amount of they know how to look into things and try and solve puzzles. So there's a kind of a what is this? What is this? And looking at the light and looking to see if it has cables. Not something that they would necessarily understand, but if there's any reason why it would fluctuate.
You can't see specifically any cables coming out of it. It looks like a magically powered little dome of light that's just sort of under the equivalent of glass. It's kind of just one of those like you get outdoors in concrete. You'll get a little dome with a light underneath, that kind of thing.
Sure.
But the light is magical. Augury, with your 20, your passive 20, which is ridiculous. Did any of you have, other than Nyx, did any of you have any sort of ongoing magical spells or effects that were active as you were heading down?
No.
mage armor. Pretty much always, just in case.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, I hate to be that mean person, Ingris, but you realize your mage armor is probably dropped at the same time that the lights flickered. And Augury actually is the one that's likely, actually out of this group, you have most studied magic. You get a sense of, maybe we just went through some kind of anti-magic field.
I feel like we've just passed some, let's say, security measures, anti-magic. I think Nix has gone to have a nap, so watch out. Maybe they are watching us.
This was not in the contract.
Are any of you able to now, like, do a spell? Like, if you got like a light you could summon, or could you summon your cat? So, are you able to do it now? We've been past it.
This is a good point, actually, Augury. I'm not super familiar with the wording of find familiar. So would passing through an anti-magic barrier get rid of? It would, yeah. There you go.
No, I'm not magical at all. Don't know any spells. None of the sort. No.
I attempt to mage hand.
Yeah, it appears.
Huh.
Maybe it was like an anti-magic, like we passed through a thing that stopped all magic at that point. Like if people were disguising themselves or invisible or something.
That would make sense, I suppose. You would have that. I'm guessing there's a way that they're probably monitoring us, so if any of us were wearing some sort of a disguise, magically, of course, that it'd disappear, and by the time they get it back up again, they would have been caught.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a very interesting security measure. It'd be like so interesting to know what they're hiding under here, under all of this technology, and how one might possibly get around it.
I mean, what is everyone's passive insight?
Passive insight, 15.
11.
17.
10. Grunak, that comment from Ingris does make you take a second glance at her, but I mean, she's sweet as a little puffball, so oh well. Sure, it's fine. Sure, it's nothing.
It's like, okay.
So the platform is going to continue grinding its way down this long minecart track. Eventually, it's going to start slowing, and the little automaton is going to pipe up and say, "Now approaching entrance to welcome suite and reception. Please mind the gap between the platform and the platform." And as it's saying that, the platform itself starts to jerk and shudder in a slightly unusual way. You all feel like kind of drop in your stomach as it falls a little faster than it did before, suddenly. You do start to see at the bottom right-hand side of the platform, the very top of an entranceway.
I really hope that in the entrance suite that is alluding to the cake that we were promised, because that would be like such an amazing welcome.
Sorry, you go.
No. What? After you.
I'm just going to lean on this really unstable railing. You go.
Yeah. It would certainly make up for the random anti-magic field we had no idea about, that's for sure. Also, that railing's looking a bit dodgy. Hold on there, and I'll go and cast Mending on all the railings.
Mending takes a minute, right?
Yeah.
Never mind then. No, I won't. I forget it takes a minute. Yeah, never mind.
Can I go over to the corner and try and see what's going on? I'll also, yes, I will pull my sword out and grab the shield off my back just in case.
Fair. So as you approach the corner, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say you're going to approach the corner on the side that the doorway is also appearing at. I'm
trying to look through the space that we've got to see what's going on.
Yeah. Do you want to make me a perception check?
I would love to make you a perception check.
You have dark vision as well, don't you?
Yes.
Cause dwarf.
16.
16. Okay. It's dark down. You do have dark vision, but it's dark down there. And it's hard to tell actually how the platform was. It's like there's gears and like chains that were involved in the platform going up and down. You can see the chain below the platform is sort of wobbling just a little bit. You can't see what's causing it, but there's definitely something of an issue happening. And actually, as you start to listen, you hear a slight grinding noise. The entranceway is starting to appear now. It's probably there's probably about 3 foot of entranceway. There's a bit of a drop down still. The platform is sort of jerked a little bit further down and then has stopped. So you've got on the right hand side, there's like 3 foot of entranceway that you might be able to squeeze through if you wanted to, but it's like that lift has stopped halfway between floors. Please mind the gap between the platform and the platform.
I'm going to ignore the automaton.
Okay.
Okay. Guess it's time to be the guard. I'm going to squeeze through here, see what's the problem, but just be on the lookout, all right?
Is there something that you're seeing there, Marnie?
No. At the moment, just open space with nothing in it, no lights. Can you all see in the dark?
Yes, very well.
Different types of grey, but yeah.
Yes, and I can see quite far. Perhaps I should take a look. As a Twilight Cleric, I have 300 feet of dark vision.
Oh boy!
So, could I...
I thought I was good with 120.
Yeah, I read that and I was like, let me recheck that. And it is, 300 feet of dark vision. Can I go and take a look at whatever...
Yeah.
All of the combat training will kick in and the guard training just be able, okay, Father, can you spot me while I jump down? And I'll squeeze through so I can then be there while you're looking.
Yeah,
I think I need to clarify at this point. So where I was assuming you were looking, Marnie, was down further down the shaft below where the lift would have headed if it kept going down. If you're trying to look in the entranceway, no, that's lit. That is standard reception.
Well, then never mind. Then I will. If I can look down and just see into the darkness and there's nothing there, but I can't see anything specific, then going down would be silly. But the cable's waggling, which is bad. In which case, then I will start going, okay, Father, do you want to look down there? And everyone else, if I can just politely ask you to, let's get down this, try and push them towards the small gap so everyone can try and push through there, and then I'll be the last to go. Very much jumping into cop mode. And we'll sort of chivvy Augury and Garnot and Ingress towards the welcome bit and try and get them all through, even though it's not quite there yet because something's up with the cable, while Grunak checks out what he can see.
Is everyone allowing themselves to be chivied? The platform has started to make a noise.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get off. I'll go through first just to sort of secure the initial area, because I've already got 30 feet of dark vision, so I'm just going to sort of secure that little area there, then get everybody else in, and then we'll let the people who can see...
That area's lit, mate. That area's lit. We're fine. I misunderstood.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. But yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go in first.
So Garnet, you're going to have to sort of shimmy through, like on your belly, I guess, to get through it, because it's not tall enough for you to sort of, or you sticking your feet down and like sliding down.
Yeah, I'll go feet first.
Feet first, great. Yeah. So you managed to squeeze through and land. I'm not going to insult you by making you make a dexterity check. Garnet makes a good landing. I know what his dex is like. It's fine.
Yeah. Superhero landing.
Who is next?
Isn't Augury just... You want to go?
Yeah, I'm not really good at acrobatics, but I will try to.
It's all right hang on a minute, and I'm going to sort of stick out on it. Anybody who wants a bit of help, I'll give you a hand down.
While you're doing that, Chris, you said you're going to go last, right? Marnie's going to go last.
I'm currently sort of chivying everyone, looking back at Grunak, seeing what he can see, because if there's something coming and it's bad, then he needs to go before I do. So just checking in on the father would be next. You see anything?
can you roll me a D100, please?
Sure. 90 flat.
Please continue. So, Augury, I'll come back to conversation. Augury, are you shimmying through the gap?
Yes, so Augury is quite thin, slenderish, so I think we'll fit, but we'll do it slowly because it's weak as hell.
Garnet, would you like to make me an athletics check to help Augury or catch Augury or guide Augury down? Or you could do, or Augury, you could do an acrobatics or athletics check to lower yourself down, or one of you could do it with advantage and help.
Is Augury wearing a shirt at this point?
Yes, but he would have taken it out just to jump.
Taking your shirt off to jump down. Okay, priorities.
It would be like, oh, I got this.
Hey, if your first action as Augury in a campaign is to take your shirt off, I support this.
But Augury also has like a gabardine or something, it's just topless, but something.
Sure.
I rolled a 7.
Oh, no.
Augury has seen this few times in the dreams, but this is actually a better outcome than what he's seen in this dream. Just for you to know, I rolled a 1 and a 10 for my portent dice, so I'm not going to use them.
I think there is an awkward, like, Augury, you're trying to squeeze through the gap and you're trying to lower yourself carefully. And Garnet, you are there, ready. I've got this. But there is definitely an awkward, like, oh no, your hand slips, you fall, you definitely land on Garnet. The two of you are in a pile on the floor.
Now, I thought you said that Josh rolled a bad roll, not a good roll.
What? This is not that kind of campaign.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
I sort of have my hands. I'll have my hands sort of on Augury, and I'll be like, "You were wearing a shirt a minute ago. Did you lose it on the way in?"
Augury will have like an anime moment here, and one of the Garnot's hands is on the nipples, and like, you can keep it there, but I think the others need some help. So, can I have my nipple back?
You can.
I have my nipple back.
I don't think there's any way I can go any redder than what I already am, so I think I'll probably go a bit purple, and I'll just sort of stand up straight, turn around and be like, "Who's coming down next, please?"
Anybody? Someone? Anybody?
I will say, Garnet, in the time that you've had in that space, having a quick flush around, there's definitely no one there. So, is that safe? There's no one in the reception. You've got time to think about that later. But, there's nothing attacking you there, so that's good. Back on the platform. So Augury has made it through. Marnie, you were going to have a conversation with Grunak. Ingris, you're also there.
What can you see, Father?
Benevolent DM, what can I see down the shaft if I look over the edge with my 300 feet?
Ingris is stretching, just kind of eavesdropping to hear what's down there.
Very nice. Like looking as if I'm definitely about to go through this hole, but I'm just gonna prepare. Marnie, can you roll me another D100, please?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it's for, Nat, and it's freaking me out. 52.
Okay.
What does
Great.
that mean?
Grunak, you peer over the edge as well. So you can see the chain starting to wobble, and you can see further. It is far away and it is dark, so it's still like, and you're also old, but
TM
you
says,
still
fuck
have
your 300 feet of dark vision.
All right, jeez. Look, I might be old, but Gorm has blessed me with very good eyes, so I'll see what I see. Thank you very much.
You can't see what might have caused it, but your eyes look down the length of the chain that's wobbling, 30 feet, 60 feet, 90 feet. There. It's a big chain, so it's easier to see than it would have been if it was a small chain. But there is a gap in it. Something has broken it, and it is pulling and pulling, and it's about to snap.
I move very quickly in the direction of Marnie, and if Ingris is still somewhere not over there, I grab Ingris by the arm and I head directly for the hole in the side and be like, right, now then, let's be getting out of here, because obviously that's just nothing down there, so we want to get out of this bit really quickly, don't we? Ingris, off you go.
Oh, fine. And I go with a kind of curious dagger look behind.
How are you approaching? Are you just like jumping in feet first again? Are you trying to lower yourself down?
I'm just gonna slip on through.
Sure. Do you want to make me a dexterity check?
Cool. You sure you don't want to make that acrobatics?
Sure. If you want to approach this acrobatically.
I do.
Okay.
Okay, so that is 19.
Great. What does this look like? How are you avoiding Augury and Garnet, who I can only assume are just still stood there waiting?
So it's just kind of like a slip through, like a cool little, and at the end it's kind of kick off the wall to kind of flip over them, because
Great.
why not? I got a 19.
Why?
I'm holding my arms out to help, and you just fly over me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. Grunak, are you forcing Marnie's to go next?
No, I won't be forcing Marnie, but I will be saying to Marnie, you need to follow me immediately. Let's get off this. Nothing's coming, but we need to go. And in fact, would I have a chance to? I mean, in what kind of kit have we come with? Have we come with the typical kind of kit that we would have as any other sort of campaign, or is this or do we have specific work kit? I.e., do I have rope on me?
You have whatever you would be traveling with beforehand. I mean, Grunak, was Grunak much of an adventurer beforehand?
No, not so much, but let me see, what have I got? I know what I'm going to do. I've
definitely got rope. I've got an adventurer's kit.
Fair enough.
Because I was a guards person and we carry rope. There's no question.
I'd maybe be like, Marnie, chuck me the rope and then follow me immediately.
Right. I'll hand you one end and hold the other like you want me to. And I'll suddenly realize what that means and just slowly tie it around my midriff and just let you go through. Fine.
Yep.
Slowly.
Well, just carefully, not making too many sudden jumping up and down jerks and movements. I think I understand.
Would you like to roll me?
A D100, yeah.
Now it's just about the paranoia.
59.
Mm-hmm. Grunak.
Yeah.
How are you approaching the hole?
Oh, the answer is not playing one of my sleazy characters. Don't know that. No, right. So,
be honest, Nick. Slowly and cautiously.
Dang it. I think with that. Oh, it's difficult because I don't want to make too much movement on this platform, but at the same time, I want to get out of there. So, I'll probably go and just kind of with just enough pace to kind of just sort of slide through and just drop off the edge into the doorway, but I'm not trying to fling myself through. I'm just trying to go whoop bonk. I'm happy to land on my arse if I have to, but yeah.
Sure. Do you want to make me athletics, acrobatics?
Alrighty, why not? Let's do an athletics check. See how that goes. Oh, it's a 9.
Oh, nice. So you're doing athletics. You're pulling yourself through. Garnet, do you want to give me a little roll to help? If you're stood there waiting, because Ingris has just done 6 flips over you.
That's also a 9.
Yes.
Incredible.
I like to imagine that Grunak flies over onto Ingris, who's just kind of there, landing.
I went faster than I thought.
Yeah, I think you're your strength takes you by surprise in this moment, and the adrenaline has kicked in, so you overslide. So Garnet, who has just got up again, gets your feet to the chest as you push yourself through. Garnet, you fall over again, I'm afraid. And Grunak, you slide through and boom, 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 knock into Ingress as well. Augury, do you want to make me a dexterity saving throw? Just to see how that goes.
14.
Yeah, I think you just step out the way. If Grunak were to have reached out to grab onto anything, he might have grabbed your leg, but
Not his nipple.
no, his nipple is standing up, and
okay.
you're a dwarf and also lying down.
Yeah.
Also, it's not particularly helpful for grabbing onto something that's, going to help.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's not a limb.
Yeah, true.
You
You
never
did just
know.
say the nipple is standing up, though.
That's true.
So I'm imagining.
I mean, I'm assuming it is.
True
I
attention.
doubt it's warm down here.
Yeah, it's pretty cold. It's pretty
That's
cold.
a given.
Yeah. Cut glass of those things.
As Grunak collapses through this gap into the reception area and carnage happens, Marnie, you hear that happen again. You feel the platform, and the automaton says, "Please mind the gap between the platform and the," and it starts to fall. You are tied on though with your rope. Yep. Good. So you're going to start falling down. Could the rest
I will
of
jump because, hang on, I will jump up in the air because hopefully then I will jump away from the falling lift because it will fall faster than I would fall. In other words, I'm not affected by it anymore, and I can then brace myself against the wall. This is an assumption. I don't know. That's what
Great.
That's what I would do.
Great, good. So that's what you're trying to do. Could you please make me an athletics check? And could the rest of you please make me some kind of dexterity or strength-based check to grab onto the rope and help Marnie up?
Would we
If you
see? Would we see Marnie jump?
So the platform is going to fall past the opening, the entranceway where you are, and you will see Marnie jumping up as the platform is rising
I'll sort
down.
of stay in the same place and then swing down on the rope, hopefully.
As soon as I see Marnie, my hands glow white, as does Marnie's outline, and I'll use my telekinetic movement to pull them towards me, hopefully through the gap.
14 on the athletics check.
Incredible. Yeah, as soon as you jump and Garnet sees, you are suddenly on the platform, in the reception area with everyone else because you've been pulled inwards. Amazing stuff. And you just hear the little automaton being, platform.
I will lean over and look down and probably watch it disappear out of my dark vision's range because it's a long way to go. There's nothing visible, there's nothing any reason why this happened beyond some kind of nefarious thing that is beyond vision. Is there an imp going, woo-hoo-hoo, and then flying away?
Just oh shucks, you caught me. Not at this point, no.
Cool. I will sweep and then quickly look back around the welcome area for anything that looks amiss because something's clearly wrong.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, as you look, Ingress's fingers are also glowing with some kind of dark magical energy, but as she sees that you're safe, just puts her head back.
Well, I'd just like to point out that there's nobody else here. It's just us.
You mean
Is that Kate?
The reception
Yes.
room, the reception room that you're in, it literally looks like a reception. It's got a fancy marble desk that also has this Nexus Arts cog logo engraved in it. There is a plush sofa and there's a very generic pot plant. And then opposite the lift there is a door with above it a sign saying welcome suite. But it is empty.
A quick investigation check on the room in general. Does something look amiss apart from no one being here?
Sure. Go for a quick investigation check.
19 again.
Yeah. There's nothing obvious that you can see in terms of there's someone hiding or this looks odd.
Can I make a perception check to try and smell cake?
I would also like to try and smell the cake.
I was about to say that.
Sure. Please make me a perception check for cake.
I was told there would be cake. That's a 23. Now I roll high.
Save your friends low, cake high.
Hi. No smell of cake, but you do get or not that you know of. Maybe it's an orange cake because you get the scent of oranges, and fire actually, but like a half.
Oranges and fire.
Like a hearth fire, a fireplace fire, and not like
Christmas. You smell Christmas.
Yeah.
But fire is orange, so
I think somebody burnt the cake because I can smell fire, and I can also smell oranges.
Is everybody all right?
I heard that if you smell all of that, you're about to have a stroke. So watch out.
That's toast.
What, burnt cake toast? I mean,
It doesn't smell like burnt cake. There's no smell of cake. There's smell of oranges and burning logs.
is everyone okay? Seriously, Arnie, what's up?
No, I'm fine. Augury lost their shirt on the way in. I don't know where it went.
I lost it.
oh,
If you see it around, please give it to me.
Oh.
Just hang on.
Or not.
Oh, Ali, if you want to do this, I will go through my pack and look, I have some clothes that I'm not wearing. Oh, I've got a spare shirt. Maybe a bit small on you, but maybe you could use it to cover up if you want to.
I'm gonna take it, and now that we established that it's small, it's a crop top.
Yeah.
Just covering my nipple.
Just below.
Amazing.
Great.
If I raise the hand, you can see the nipples.
Remember how it's not that kind of game, Nat?
Yeah. It's fine.
Now that Augury has its nipples back in the discretion, Augury, I think, is gonna walk behind the desk and try to find a directory, I don't know, these kind of things that have names on it and tells you where people is. Even a map.
I suppose it's unusual in that there is nothing. It's literally just a marble desk. Is there? There is a chair, I suppose I should say, but yeah, there's nothing particular there.
No drawers or anything. Doors
In
to
a
the
marble
sides?
desk? No. There's the opposite the lift. There is the entrance to the welcome suite. There is a big door opposite where you came in.
can I look up into corners and see if there are anything watching us?
Little spy cameras.
Sure. Give me a perception check or investigation
Okay.
check.
Oh, that's not good. That's a 3.
Sure looks like a corner.
That sure is a corner.
It's very clean though. No spider webs.
I'd like to follow the smell.
It takes you into the welcome suite. Would you like to go into the welcome suite?
Is everybody ready to go into the into the welcome suite and have a look?
Yes, nowhere else to go. Let's go.
I think we should, but I would perhaps to pay attention all, because what I saw down there is that the chain that held the platform was broken, and it's a big chain. It's going to take something big to break that. So just keep an eye open, eh?
So there's no way for us to get out?
Oh, no. We dwarves are hardy folk, and we'll definitely build a back route. Don't you worry. We'll find a way out of here.
Okay. Sword and shield out.
If Garnot's got if Garnot's up front, I'll take the rear.
Recast mage armor.
Sorry.
I burn your spell slots with venom. Oh look, this door also has an anti-magic feature.
Cool. So you're just going in? Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So it's a big wooden door in it's got a carved stone archway, and as you open it and go in, the smell of oranges for Garnet at least, who rolled incredibly well with his sniffing powers, you can tell this is where it's coming from, and you all start to hear the cozy crackle of a fire. As you open the door, you head in. This welcome suite is beautiful. It's very plush. There's wood paneling all around the outside, in between. But the ceiling is carved stone in this sort of geometric carved, and it's stunning. It's sort of like a welcome suite that you would get in some kind of palace. Sort of angular stone arches, and then as well as the wood paneling, they've also gone and added these bronze velvet curtains. There's no windows, but there's just wall drapes, just there, being all plush. The room is, you've obviously one end on your left hand side. You've got a very large fireplace, which is where obviously the fire is coming from. But also around the room, you've got more glowing orbs, but rather than the ones on the platform, which felt a little bit more functional, these ones, they're in sconces and they have this geometric, like crisscrossing pattern in iron around them. So they're very fancy. And then above this fireplace, there is a ginormous portrait of an unusually handsome green half-orc, who you will recognize. This is Gregarious Tusk, who is the CEO of Nexus Arts. He welcomed you virtually for your security training. You heard a little message from him before you started fighting the golem. So you recognize who this is, but he's all looking suave with his eyebrows and sort of, just like, hello. Nexus Arts itself is a little bit more hush-hush and under the radar, but CEO Tusk is relatively well-known around the Sword Coast anyway for being incredibly rich and charismatic and an entrepreneur and a socialite. So even if you are likely to have heard of him beforehand, maybe, if not from the security training.
This might be a very strange question, but is Gregarious Tusk rich like Bill Gates rich, like has a lot of money and uses it to do nice things, or is Gregarious Tusk Elon Musk rich, generally a bit of a dickhead?
Well, his surname rhymes with Musk.
This is why I wanted to check. You see, I didn't want to make any presumptions about this poor half-orc. He might be grand, or he might be an absolute jackass, and it's very hard to tell these days with rich people.
Maybe you'll find out a bit more about him as we continue the story.
Wonderful. Well, you described him as green, so he can't be too Elon Musk-like, because Elon Musk is pale, like a dead whale.
Augury would call his mage hand because he's invisible, and we'll try to see what things could be pickpocket, at least in the outside from his outfit.
So this is a portrait. It's not Gregarious Tusk himself. This is above the fireplace. There is a ginormous portrait.
Mage hand pulling at a picture. Come on, give me a gold.
Give me your secrets.
I misunderstood.
If you would like your mage hand to pickpocket, there are 4 people in this room with you. I'll leave that with you.
Go for it. You can have more clothes if you want. I got tons of clothes.
I will just say before you do anything, in the room is another automaton that looks exactly the same as the first one, just standing to attention next to the fireplace. And in the center of the room, there is this large dark wood table, surrounded by a couple of comfy chairs. And on the table is a box of oranges. And then there is a large jug of water and 5 glasses. And there are 5 piles. And in each pile, there is a scroll, a neatly folded, looks like a uniform, and a stone.
All right.
Think these are for us?
Presume so.
Yeah, the little automaton says, "Welcome to the welcome suite."
I'm 100% taking an orange, and I start peeling it.
Take the stone.
Take the stone. Do you look at the piles to see whose might be whose, or do you just pick up?
Yeah, I will. If they have named, then I will take mine.
Okay. So on each of the scrolls there is a name. So you can pick yours up.
Find my own, yeah.
Does it
Yeah.
seem like it's just a tag or is a scroll that we might need to open? If so, I will open mine.
Yeah, it's a scroll that you might need to open. So if you open it, it's another contract NDA. It's basically just like
It's an NDA.
you've done all of your training and interviews. You signed an interview as part of the NDA, and now you've got another one to sign as well.
Is this any different to the others?
It's a little bit more extensive because it's basically say. I mean, I did not write out a page
Didn't
worth
write
of
an NDA?
legal document, so I apologize that I can't give you this in detail. But it's basically like the others were quite vague in terms of you can't talk about the fact that you're being interviewed and that kind of thing. And this one is basically saying you're going to be not exposed to research. You're going to basically be able to see what the actual research is going on in this situation, and you promise not to talk to anyone. There is like petty little clauses that say, like at the bottom, I promise I am not a spy.
Is there any point in the clause where it asks us not to track Locacious Tusk's cart as it travels around the Sword Coast?
Gregarious, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was Locacious. Anything there? Anything about like tracking his cart, or if we disagree with him personally, he may have a problem with that? Or...
Yeah, all of that is in there, yeah.
Is there a petition in there for him to step down as CEO?
Do we have to
There is
pay
not, no.
to vote for that?
Do they include paperwork of how we can join our union?
No.
We should form a union.
While looking through the paperwork and stuff, and just I don't think Marnie's really the kind of paperwork sort of person. There will be a bit of looking around the room. Does the wood paneling? I'm assuming the wood paneling is new and the stuff on the ceiling is old.
Yeah.
Is the stuff on the ceiling that's old? Has it been like refurbished? Is there an effort to make this all look homogeneous, or is it very definite? Like here's the wood panel and here's the stone. Like have they tried to make it integrate?
It's like they've painted over the tiling of a Victorian fireplace.
Wow, that's gross. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't think I'm going to look up. Grunak never leaves this room. He just gets really angry and yells at the ceiling.
I should say as well, by the way, your little piles, your uniforms that you've been given, Ingris, yours is red. Garnot and Marnie, yours is yellow. Grunak, yours is green. And Augury, yours is blue.
I'm gonna die.
To be fair, those are all the Star Trek colours, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yellow, red, green. Yeah, they are.
I added green because I had to have a fourth category. So.
Oh, because yes, blue's science and medicine. Yeah,
I've split security and engineering because usually they're all yellow.
That's true. Yeah.
Right.
There's a reason for that. It's really boring.
Have we been informed about these insignias, let's say, or is it all new for us?
About the colours and the
function of this, like maybe they were like, "Oh, you will be given this for you to have access."
the little
to
rune stone. So no one has explained the stone, but you knew from your interviews which department you would have been hired for. So whilst it's not specifically saying why you've been given these colours, the fact that Marnie and Garnet have been given the same colour, you could probably be like, oh, right. Okay.
So sort of making the numbers 1 + 2 that Augury kind of start making sense of it. But I think Augury will be really curious about to see if there is any spell being cast on it. So if everybody agrees, I could ritual cast Identify on the thing. Actually, you know what? Something easier. I'm going to approach the automaton and say, do you have any idea what it is?
What are you holding out, the uniform or the stone?
The stone.
Thank you for asking. That is your NEXUS Arts Next Tech runestone. Please keep it on you at all times.
What does it exactly do?
I will shake it next to my ear.
Thank you for asking. The Nexus Arts Nextech runestone allows you to enter those rooms that you have been granted security access to. As new recruits, you have all been given Level 1 security clearance.
Authorization stone or something like that, you know, put it over a sensory thing and it'll open a door or it'll shock you or something if you're not allowed in there.
Never seen
Nexus
anything like
Arts.
it.
Nexus Arts cares about the health and safety of its employees. We do not employ security measures that include shocking our workforce.
Dropping them from a high height seems to be on the curriculum, though.
I've put my uniform on. Does it go over my armor or is it an Under Armour thing?
It's a boiler suit.
Right, we'll be here for a bit. I'd take all of my plate armor off. Yeah, I'm taking through the long, laborious process of putting on an undersuit on under my armor. That's going to take forever. While doing that, I'm going to just say in the direction of the automaton, would there normally be someone here to talk us through all of this? Where is everybody?
Thank you for asking. Yes, Administrator Vance should be here momentarily.
Oh,
Ingress is from the Feywild. There is less modesty, I guess, or weirdness about nakedness in the Feywild. So it's just gonna strip the dress, put on the boiler suit, just brazenly just there, and cinch it at the waist.
Augury, do the same.
Monty is being very shyly and look away from both of you, and we'll strip down to we're talking long johns and a tank top, and then put the suit back, put everything back on over the top of that, but also very sheepishly. And if everyone's looking, we'll go and hide in a corner.
I'll stand in front of Marty with my shield out, blocking them, looking deadpan away from where they're getting changed.
There's no okay. Thank you.
Changing
I
rooms
just
would
say
have
to
been
Augury-
provided had you asked.
Oh, where are these changing rooms then?
Well, you each individually have your own rooms in the accommodation suite. You could have changed in there.
And which way is the accommodation suite?
You will have access to it once you have completed the induction.
Oh, and what do we have to do for the induction?
We need to wait for administrative... I can't say this word. We need to wait for Administrator Vance to arrive. He should have
Right.
arrived now.
Look at the door expectantly.
As we wait, I'm going to take the clothes that Marnie gave me. And then I'm going to have a little Regina George moment here, and I'm going to cut the nipple area and put it on top of the boiler suit.
Sure. Are you... So you're not you've got your little leather strap, but nothing... you just...
So
I mean, you want to make
the-
sure that they're unprotected at all times.
No, so I'm going to have the boiler suit on,
Mm-hmm.
and on top of that, the clothes that Manny gave me.
So there's nipple
Right, okay.
holes, but not all the way through to the nipple. There's just a hole in the up top shirt with the undershirt
Right.
still cut. Okay.
Okay. Great. Well, so what
yes,
was
like
it,
the
like
purple.
a white shirt, and then you've got the blue of the research boiler suit sticking out underneath. Great.
Are there any numbers on the back of these boiler suits?
No,
Okay. Just
I don't know what that's in
Wondered if I was,
reference to.
No, I was thinking Fallout as well. Josh is right.
Oh, those. Oh, yeah. No.
Who's going to lie first?
Yeah, they all say 76. No.
Oh, really? Oh. I guess there's no NPCs in this entire adventure then. Oh, well.
If Marnie is taking forever to completely undress and redress, you have noticed that it feels like no one is turning up.
It takes 10 minutes to take off and put on
Right.
plate armor. Yeah.
I will also say to the automaton then, so if Administrator Vance doesn't turn up, one, is there anything else we should be doing? And two, where do we hand these contracts into?
Processing. Administrator Vance will be here.
Right.
Soon.
So at this point,
Well,
You could sign your NDAs, and I could hold on to them for him.
so like I've already met Administrator Vance in like interviews, so I should already know him. But like if you just tell us where they're coming from, then maybe we can meet them halfway if it's taking them a little while.
Administrator Vance will be processing. Coming from their offices in administration.
Maybe they need to take the elevator, and that's clearly a problem now.
right. Perhaps what I'm actually.
Processing.
Is there any other doors in this room?
There is a door opposite the grand fireplace. There is a door out. Yeah. Perhaps, if Administrator Vance is late, I could tell you about Nexus Arts. I have been listening to him induct other people. I could practice.
When was the last time another new recruit team came around?
Last week. Thank you for asking.
Did they successfully finish the induction?
Thank you for asking. Yes, they did.
Where are they now?
Thank you for asking. They will be hard at work for Nexus Arts.
How is your day going today?
Thank you
Is
for
anyone
asking.
rolling for insight?
It is very pleasant.
Oh, insight on the robot. No, actually, yeah. I'll insight the automaton. Let's just get a sense of what's going on
Yeah,
here.
that's what I was aiming for as well.
That's a 19 again.
Yeah, I got a 15.
Any advances on 19?
Yeah, we're all like dog shit today.
Oh no. That's okay.
But Evie, what about you got some lucky dice? You've got any lucky dice?
They're failing me.
Oh no.
Also 19.
The automaton seems to be genuine in its earnestness to try and help you. You kind of get the sense, Marnie, that it probably doesn't actually know all that much. Do any of you have a background where you may have come across automatons or constructs before?
No.
Would there have been any with Misty Steps?
Maybe.
So maybe?
Roll me a history check.
History. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, that wasn't dog shit. That
Okay.
was 16, 17, 18.
Great. Yeah. Actually, for you, Ingris, you were told, actually, in advance of this, by Kaifos, who sent you here, that they were sure that Nexus Arts automatons were slightly next level compared to the stuff that was going on at Misty Steps. So Misty Steps automatons, not quite on the level of Mercandraw Bog's automatons, but we're used as like servers and just information panels. You get the sense that this is a similar thing. This is like an information panel that could have been networked, but this one they've not. They've been kept, so they've probably got quite a lot throughout this facility, but they don't talk to each other. And this one probably lives in this room.
Can I just kind of say to it, do you have a name by which we can activate you?
Thank you for asking. Yes, my name is Doris.
Okay, thank you, Doris. So are there other Dorises in this building?
Yes, I believe so. Thank you for asking.
Have you ever spoken to another Doris?
Thank you for asking. No,
Okay, and what are your capabilities?
thank you for asking. I am a Directory of Responses information system. I can give you information on Nexus Arts. and welcome you to the Welcome Suite. Welcome.
Doris, do you have a map of the facility so we might find our way around should we not be greeted by the administrator?
Thank you for asking. I do not personally have a map on me. However, maps are available through the Nexus Arts facility. There is one on the wall just outside the Welcome Suite.
Thank you, Doris. You've been such a help.
You are welcome.
And I'm guessing the exit is with the door opposite to the fireplace.
Just go see if we can
Augury
find
doesn't
Vance.
leave. Augury just does that. Wiggles his fingers.
If we're leaving, because I'm going to follow everyone else if we're leaving, I will. Thank you, Doris.
Thank you for thanking me.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You are also welcome, and thank you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. You also have a nice day.
My character's not smart enough, but there's some fucking bullshit going on.
Ingress, as we go, is just going to go to Grunuk and just say, you know, if there's so many of these Doresses around, you would have thought that they could talk to each other. I do think that may be hiding something by not letting the information roam freely. I mean, I'm just an administrator, so it's none of my business. But it just occurred to me, just off the top of my head.
You have some interesting thoughts there, Ingress, don't you?
I do.
You make a fine point. Very strange that they wouldn't have the information flowing throughout, because by that definition, how on earth would that Doris know whether or not Vance was coming? It's a bit of a random guess, really.
Simply, it's almost as if they just pre-programmed a bunch of responses in that they thought that would be needed in such a situation, and it's not actually adapting to what's actually going on. But, or whatever, I don't know.
So you're trying to tell me you think something's going on?
Something doesn't feel quite right. I mean, I know this is my first job, but it's not as organised as I would have imagined it.
Think, as you say, like, something's not quite right. Augury has opened the door.
Nah.
The corridor.
Corpses.
Funny you should say that, Chris.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Outside in the corridor, the lights, the same orb lights, are in sconces along the corridor. I mean, you can just see out of the door, but it is darker. They are flickering. And you can see a large foot on the floor.
An abandoned foot?
It's just a large foot on the floor.
Is it attached to a leg?
I guess we'll have to find out after the break. Like, we'll see you in 5-10 minutes. Bye!
The game is afoot.
Oh, the game is afoot, actually. Yes, hello everyone. Welcome back to Nexus. We're talking about feet. So feet. You are left with a foot. I guess we'll discover more about the foot. I should have said at the start, when I introduced the foot, it's notably a Loxodon foot. It's quite a big foot.
Big foot.
But not Bigfoot. It's just large in size.
So, sorry, Nat, just to confirm, we're opening a door and there's a large foot, not Bigfoot, a large foot. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Is it attached to the rest of a person? Loxodon?
I mean, you can't see it from the doorway, but I guess so. It's prone on the floor.
So it was Augury who opened the door, right?
Yeah, Augury might be able to see a bit further. They're wearing green.
Mage hand drag the foot closer to us.
I thought you were going to say Mage Hand tickle the foot to see if there's a reaction.
Do that. Do that.
So dead.
On a second thought, now I tickle the foot first.
How strong is a mage hand?
Is a legendary.
Is a
The one from the
Loxodon
arcane perspective.
heavier than 10 pounds? I'm going to put it
Yes.
to you up. Yeah.
So that answer our question. It is attached to the body.
Okay, great. Yeah, good.
Oh, I see. It was some under the carpet shenanigans is what it was. All these hands and feet.
I think there is not just the food, I think it's the whole corpse. Does anyone with better vision can examine this place? And Augury steps back.
Hang on a minute. Wait, hang on, just in case it sort of springs out and jumps. How do you know that it's not just a foot?
I tried to pull it, and it was heavier than what my foot would.
How, when you were over there?
I tickled behind your ear. I have some tricks.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
I've already gone to look at the body. I'm
Yeah.
ignoring the chucklefucks, and I'm going.
Is Augury's mage hand is invisible, right? It's an invisible mage hand. Yeah. Great.
Can that be our group name, the Chucklebugs?
I think it has been because I overuse it consistently.
Every group name is the Chucklefucks.
Oh.
Even Vox Machina wants the shits. Lest we forget.
Yes.
Marnie, you're looking at the body.
I'm going over. If there's a body, I'm going to be like, okay. Security kicks in once again, and sword and shield are out, and I go over and I look down at the body.
As you enter the corridor, I'm assuming you're doing a cursory glance.
I'll do a quick check my 6, and then I'll look at the body. Yeah.
Sure. The lights are working. They do a little bit of a, but generally working fine. It's a relatively longish stone corridor. Well, I say relatively. It's about 60 foot long. And the end, as far as you can see. No. So as you're coming out of the door, it goes to your left. And that's where the Loxodon's body is sort of facing that way, as if they were going to be walking down that corridor. And then that goes for about 60 foot that way. And it looks like a T-junction at the end. Directly across from you is another door that has a panel across saying security suite. Next to the security suite door is a very generic looking pot plant. Possibly generic enough that it looks exactly the same as the pot plant you saw in the reception.
Yeah, they repeated the texture, I get it.
Yeah. Oh, and there's also a poster on the wall that says, Nexus Arts, bringing communities together. And let
me guess, it's super Art Deco and really stylized, and it looks like a better future to fucking.
Yeah, there's gregarious tusk in the middle. Being like...
Is there by any chance a female figure somewhere near or behind or in the shadow of a gregarious tusk who's called Dirt?
No, not in that poster.
Right.
And so we've got
hasn't
poster.
got video game vision. I'm looking at the fucking body.
We have corridor, we have Loxodon body, we have entrance to security suite, we have poster, we also have, you don't take much time to look at it because you're focused on the body, but you do see on the stone wall, sort of engraved and highlighted in blue, what could be a stylized map of the facility, but you're focused on the body, right?
Okay, Marnie's going to focus on the body, but Nat, Chris is going to ask you like a light blue, because blue is a bad color refractor for eyes, and it would actually, never mind. Body.
It looks pretty.
Okay.
The body is a Loxodon, wearing green boiler suit. Looks like they're posed as if they were reaching away. Next to roll me an investigation check.
That is a 7.
Not
a good roll. Shaken by dead body.
Yeah.
Not
this is Loxodon reaching. This is very large. Oh no.
How does their face look? Scared? Sad?
The face down, face planted on floor.
Oh. I look up the corridor where they were last reaching towards.
It is currently empty. There's a couple more of the same plant pot.
Like exactly the same plant pot?
No, but it looks exactly the same. It's the same texture, Chris. We've already established this.
If we have noticed that Manny has gone deeper into the room and no sound of danger has come to us, assuming that is safe, we'll walk in and try to help with investigation.
Sure.
That is a dead body. Oh boy.
What?
Gross.
Can we give it a turn? I tried to, but of course I'm so weak that Augury cannot do it.
Sure. I will happily help you turn over the dead body.
Sorry, are you okay? Is this the first time
I'm
you
fine,
see one
fine.
of these?
No, it is not the first time I've seen one of these, and turns out it won't be the last. Okay. Now, can I flip the gigantic Lockstone body, please? I have a strength of 18 and the athlete feat.
Right. Is anyone helping? I'm assuming that, it is a giant Loxodon body and you're a dwarf, but you are strong, but is anyone helping?
I'm not physically helping, but I'm emotionally
It's not helping. I'm not
cheering
helping, but
them on.
I got you, pal.
You got this. I know it's gross, but just think of it like a big log, you know?
I've heard dead body, and I'm making my way out like, oh no, here we go, right? I'll come and help.
In clunks the cleric.
Yep.
Live with your legs, don't forget. Live with your legs.
Am I sensing advantage now? So I get a sense I might have advantage.
No, you're fine. You can roll the body over. You don't need to roll for it. It's fine.
I want to see what I get. It's a really high modifier, and it could be really good.
Please roll me an athletics check with advantage, Chris.
Oh my god, it's a 26.
Oh gosh, well done.
I'm really sorry, but I need to be an asshole here. You roll a 1.
Ali, I think you'll find I rolled with advantage, so which dice turning into 1?
The lowest.
In which case, I roll with advantage, so it's still a 26.
Okay.
But if you did it the other way, what would it be?
If he places the high number of 1, it's the low number, which makes it 22.
Okay.
No.
Still, I appreciate the. I think for that, I think Marnie, you go to push, and there is a moment where you just get a woof of the smell.
Marnie's not great with dead bodies due to backstory reasons, so there's very much a okay. Not okay.
Yeah. There is a
There's
moment
a
of faltering.
prestidigitation of like flowers and nice smells and chocolates.
I don't think I know magic's been cast and I'm freaking out.
That's quite a combination.
Intentions.
Yeah, I think what it is, Money, is you do manage to flip it, but it is as you lift, you get that scent, and what you get out the corner of your eye is that there's not so much a face so much as flesh lumps. So when you go to push, there is that moment of okay, no, it's fine, we can do it. And with the help of a Grunak, you could probably turn the body over.
Cool. I'm guessing there's a sort of wet slump as it rolls over. The face peels off the floor.
Yeah. There's not. I mean, you can see that there is a trunk still. The trunk didn't follow the body as the body rolled over.
Just great.
Yeah.
Just great.
Does anyone want to continue investigating the body? Actually, as you roll it over, there is a scraping noise as well. So those of you that are not looking away in horror would notice that underneath the body, probably in the Loxodon's hand, was a crowbar.
Who else is wearing green from us?
Me.
Grunak.
Although I'm not wearing it. So if there's any point of that, then because we were all chatting and taking forever and nobody turned up, I've got the stone, I've picked it up and pocketed it, and the green overalls are maybe in my backpack or something, and I've not signed the contract because nobody's come along to pick that up. So
I've also not signed the contract for the same exact reasons.
Yes.
Yep.
Signed it, took my stone, wore the outfit, didn't see anything wrong with it because I don't understand it.
Blue goes with my face, so. Grunak, I saw you pick up the green one, and this guy is also wearing green. I'm not saying there is a pattern, but I will watch my back.
I certainly hope it's not a pattern. Thank you for your concern. No, but this happened before we got here, so we'll find out.
If is this corpse using the boil suit on top of something else, or is the only thing that they are wearing?
You can probably see a slight opening of the boiler suit. There's like a white vest underneath.
I'm just gonna quickly look for a similar stone, like ours.
Nice. Yeah, you're looking through the pockets, and you see not only a similar stone, you find a note. Mm-hmm.
Dear Gordon.
So the note that you find, I'm assuming you're going to look at it, read it out loud. Actually, you don't need to read it out loud because inexplicably it's a piece of paper, but you all kind of hear the voice in your head as if it's, I don't know, like they paid for a voice actor to narrate backstory stuff.
Like you could read it and it'll go faster, but you can't skip out of the menu till the voice actor's
No, exactly.
done their
You've got
job.
to wait for them to. So whilst you're looking at the note, you hear it. Lord, how many times have I told you to stay out of the vents? I know you mean well and you've a fine eye for fixing, but they weren't built with people of your size in mind. I've had to send Revu to deal with the mess you made in the leisure suite. Would you kindly take a look at Lift 1 instead? One of the gears had a wobble yesterday and it could be lethal. Lift 2's not in much better condition. Thank goodness we've another hand on deck coming tomorrow. This place is falling apart below the sheen and he might know a thing or two about dwarven construction. Chief Wilpip Nibblepin. Grunak, you recognize that name because, yeah, he interviewed you.
Oh, well, I think I'd almost feel a bit guilty having arrived a day late, but, well, this is when I was told to start, but I think that's me they were expecting.
Sorry, Marnie's concentrating away from dead face by taking out a notepad and making notes of all the names and locations.
I will, once the session is finished, set up a little document where we can put all the things.
Nice.
Is there anything in the direction that the Loxodon was reaching towards?
As far as you can tell, it is just a corridor. Now that you're all in that corridor, you've also noticed what Marnie noticed before was the poster, and there's the map, and also the doorway to the security suite, which is directly opposite the doorway to the welcome center that you were in. And then the corridor continues down to the left.
The map is what I'm looking at currently. I'm looking at it and I'm going, right, so that's where we've just come from. That door there is the security suite or security area. And I think down there, looking at this map, is the Great Hall. Is it in a glass cabinet or is it just like posters stuck on the wall?
It's carved into the wall.
Okay. I will take a quick sketch of it. Actually, no, I won't. A little mouse, a little rat comes out of my armour with a little artist hat on and a little thing.
Yeah.
Sets up an easel and starts painting a little display of a map for me and hands it to me.
It's a masterpiece. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Can we make this a Van Gogh? So Roger has some how's it called, beds on the face and is missing
For no reason.
Don't you dismember Roger?
No,
how dare you?
Just like a like
wearing
costume.
a costume, right? That's in poor taste, Roger.
Look, Roger had a duel with another mouse for a prostitute's affections and cut off one of his earlobes to send to her as a sign of affection. It didn't go well.
All of this happened inside Garnet's armor, right?
100%. 100%.
Wow.
And the person that he was fighting was, I think, Cezanne? No, it was someone else. No, it was someone else. It was the one who went to South. It's gone. French painter. Very famous.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, so I think we should get I think maybe we should check the security room.
Yeah. I agree.
Certainly. Just a moment. Well, as in Garnet's going to take Grunak is going to, me, not you, is going to take a moment just to quickly, can I possibly just have a quick look across this Loxodon's body and just try and see if I can decipher what might have happened to them?
Can you make me a medicine check?
Yes, please.
Their
Yes.
face is over there. And their feet are over there.
I have deciphered they were torn apart. And that's about as good as it gets. Where's my medicine? There we go. Ooh, decent. That is a 16.
Oh, shit.
The way the skin has melted, you get the sense that this might have been something acidic.
Right. Okay.
After investigations are done, seeing how distressed Marnie is, can I take some of the wall curtains from the previous room to just kind of drape over?
Amazing, yes.
I will notably look a bit happier once the body is out of view.
I'll give you a little thank you, Ingress.
No, thank you.
Very good. Right. Anyway, I'll say a little. I'm going to clasp my
shit.
amulet and say a little
Oh no!
prayer.
Did he even get a message about saying thank you all the time? Is this a plot? I don't know.
Great.
Yeah, I'll
Good,
take my
so-
symbol and pray.
Fair enough.
Move on.
I'll join you in a prayer. If you start praying, I will join you in a prayer to go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I'll move over to the security door. You said about the plant pots. Do we all notice that the plant pots look the exact same?
Oh, it's a dumb joke, Josh. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay, sorry.
This is a D&D game. We investigate this every single little detail.
I apologize. I apologize fully. I was as sort of like
Yeah, no, I
in
should
my own
have
head as
let
Garnet was
you.
looking at the map.
Me too.
Sorry.
That's
No,
right.
no,
I'm gonna go in the security
I'm
room.
enjoying how suspicious everyone is. It's nice that you assume that you can get in.
Oh.
I'll, if the door doesn't open, I'll try flashing my stone in front of it.
Nothing seems to happen.
I can't get in here. Should we move on?
I wonder if there is a Doris in every single room, and if so, what is there's not a Doris in this one?
It's a corridor.
Oh, so you mean just maybe the rooms? Okay.
Did our departed friend have a keystone?
They did, yes. I believe Augury found it
Do you want to try it?
alongside the note.
Do you want to try it on that door? See if it opens that door.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion. And I flash.
Great.
I mean, when I mean flash, that no offense, but I think that's a Garnot's thing. Augury will find a device that looks like, oh, there is where we should put the rock next.
I mean, I'm not going to be mean. There's a little panel next to the door. I'm not going to say that Garnet didn't spot it. Like, you're waving it, but that's fine.
Sorry, folks. Fucking broken
No.
door, innit?
Yeah, sorry, that worked.
Yeah, the stone that you have from the Loxodon does seem to work. There's the little panel next to the door sort of glows green for a second.
All right. Can I ask if people get behind me and Garnet before we open the door? Because whatever ate that person's face might be in here as well.
Fancy being employed to do security and not having access to the security room.
Fancy being employed to do HR and administration and encountering a dead body on your first day.
I don't think this was the intended... I don't think we're supposed to be doing this.
Certainly hope not.
But I agree. Everybody stand behind the pair of us and we'll go in first.
Radio.
I do agree with you, Garnet, and I handle the green stone. The stone that opened the green.
Oh, thank you. In the armor.
No one took Gordon's crowbar. What a shame. Right, open the door.
Go back and
All
get
right.
it.
So,
You
as
pick up a
you
+4 mace. Shit!
Wow!
Look, team.
I can use maces. Hold on, I'm getting it. Happy-go-lucky cleric that is going to smash things.
I mean, look, I put the crowbar there for a reason. It's not a +4 mace, but Nick, if you want to hold it and wield it, please do.
I mean, if this person...
You're the maintenance character. You've got to wield the crowbar.
I literally got to go and get it. It's yeah. As a fellow maintenance, and now seeing as though this poor Gordon is not making it to the staff party at the end of the week, which I'm very disappointed about, having just arrived. I will go and take the crowbar in Gordon's poor defense.
I will say this person is called Lorder.
yeah, I know, but I'm running with the Sorry, Lorder. Yeah.
Otherwise, Gordon's definitely not alive.
No. So you have a crowbar. It functions almost exactly the same as your mace would, funnily enough, in terms of rolls and such. But it is now a crowbar. Or does it have more that it can do?
Well, it never breaks. That's one of the famous things about the crowbar. It never breaks.
Great. So you enter the security suite.
I'm going to open the door slowly and carefully, look inside before just barging in.
Sure. Would you like to make me a perception check?
I would love to.
May I assist, please?
Sure. Natty 20, 22.
Amazing. Great. It is darker in here. It looks like the whatever was powering the magical lights has not been working quite as well. So you open the door slowly, and you can see inside, to start with, a whole bunch of desks on the right-hand side, various piles of paperwork. The smell hits you again next. It's kind of similar smells to what was going on with Paul Lauder. And as your eyes adjust to the room, you see a couple of other corpses around. You see on one of the desks in a far corner, there is one of the, I mean, there's paperwork everywhere in this room, but this one seems to have like a little blue glowing
exclamation mark over it.
Yeah. And then as you open the door further, in the far corner straight across from the doorway, you see a sign that says Armory. And you also hear a drip.
Drip.
Yeah. Marnie doesn't understand references you made earlier to faceless lords in the abyss now. Marnie is going to step into the room slowly. Can't see any aggressors. Going to see more bodies. Are they all face down on the floor? Are some lying up? Can I see the same sort of damage as was done to the one outside? Marnie is already, because body's just already looking a bit pale, not happy.
Yeah. There's a couple of bodies that are on the floor face down. There's one that's sort of on a chair that's sort of just leaning back, arms down. You could tell, you wouldn't be able to tell what species this person was, apart from the fact that they have a tiefling style tail, but you can't see enough about the rest of them. Okay. Otherwise, just like in the chair, near by like the closest that you can see towards you is an Aarakocra that also looks like she was wielding a sword, which is melted somewhat.
Oh.
Marnie, this looks like this is a bit disturbing for you. If you spot me, I'll go around and investigate all the bodies.
Okay. Do you want to keep looking at the bodies while I take a look at the ominously glowing desk over there? There's definitely a quest marker of some kind.
I have no idea what you just said, but if you want to go and have a look at that sounds perfectly fine.
Can I go and investigate the paperwork, i.e. look at some of the paperwork desks, stay away from the bodies as much as possible, and try and find out what's going on? And I guess I'll check the paperwork on the glowing desk first?
Sure. Why not?
I go straight for the first body that I go to is the Aarakocra body.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Bear with me just a second. So you're gonna head over to the desk with the glowing paperwork.
Well, I'll start checking paperwork on desks, and this one happens to be the first one I check for reasons best known to the players of the D&D game outside of that.
Would you like to roll me a
Dexterity save.
a d6, please?
Oh.
Oh.
6.
6. Great. The note that you have discovered. And this, again, the voice that you inexplicably hear in your head as you read this is one that you recognize. Security Chief Rukiek's log, second day of the 25th 10 day. Today's agenda. Ensure uniforms are pressed and polished. Observe new recruit final safety training session. Side note, I am most impressed with recruit Garnet. The others were concerned he might be a touch naive and not have the hard grit, determination, and fierce eye for subterfuge that's needed in the heady world for corporate security. But he has an exciting track record of field experience that I am sure will make an exemplary officer. After that, final meeting of the day, sausage second days at the cafeteria, my favorite.
I'm going to stop taking notes on that.
Look,
Like
some of them
this
have
one.
crucial plot, some of them
I get
don't, okay?
I'll pick it up and look at it, and I'll put it in a pocket.
Okay.
Do Ogori notice that?
Are you trying to be stealthy about it?
No.
Then probably.
I'll keep looking through the paperwork for anything important or interesting, but I guess I found the important note, so that's me looking at papers.
Garnet, you said you were going over to the Aarakocra.
Yes, I'm going to investigate each of the bodies one at a time, but the Aarakocra would be the first one I go over to. Now noticing that it is Ruik, I will look for their runestone. Would be the first thing that I look for.
Yes, so it is Chief Rukiek, as you guessed. As you are looking, what are the rest of you doing? Ingris, Grunak, Aubrey?
I was going to probably shout out to Garnet as he's going around and say, don't mean to sound crude, but this, whatever the acid burning is doing and getting at their faces, if you see any that has a more of a solid face, specifically I'm talking about having a mouth, I might be able to get a few answers. Just let me know if you see one.
Yeah, sounds a very odd request, but yeah, sure.
Can I look for the source of the dripping?
Please do. Please make me an investigation check.
Okay. Ooh, okay, that was nat 20. For a 23.
Nice. Yeah, you're looking around. I mean, you all have dark vision, so it doesn't really make a difference that this room is darker. Pardon me. You can see on the floor, I mean, more clearly than with Lauder in the corridor, some of these bodies have puddles around them. And you can see that the puddles are what is receiving the drips. And as you look up, you can see above you that the ceiling is also wet. But not wet in a, oh, that's damp leaking through the ceiling kind of way.
Oh, that's going to cost a fortune. Oh.
All right, I'll cast mending. It's fine.
Property rates just went down.
Oh no. Yeah, this the wetness on the ceiling has a little bit more bulk and form. Could you all please roll me initiative?
I mean, I'd really rather not.
Against the bulky wetness? Sure.
Yes, please. Yes,
Marnie,
please.
you have advantage. Don't
I know, I
forget.
remember. 21.
Oh, nice.
19.
7.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Oh, well, that's a time for a nat 20 for a 19.
Ooh.
Yay. So is that 7 for you, Ingress?
7, yeah.
7, and Augury, you got 9. Great. Marvelous. Let's see. All right. Ingress, as you look up, this wetness on the ceiling. Oh gosh, I have so much to scroll through. Here we go. Yes, good. The wetness on the ceiling starts to like pulsate a little bit, and then starts to move it sort of starts pooling itself into a more like a more of a shape, more of like a large maggoty shape, but maybe yeah, it's probably about 25-30 centimeters across, and starts drawing itself down from the ceiling. And let me see. So Garnet and Marnie went further into the room. Grunak, you were Augury and Grunak, you were still towards the door, right? You'd not entered fully. Fine. Let's see who it goes for.
I don't know if you want to allow it now, because it is a free action, but also it's a roll. I'd want to draw focus if I can. So if something's sort of coming up the ceiling towards Ingress or Garnot, I would shout, it's coming out of the ceiling, and try and get in the way. It's up to
I
you.
wouldn't try
Not
to
the
warn
goddamn
people
walls.
as well, to be honest.
No, it's coming out of the ceiling. It's coming out of the ceiling. It's coming out of the ceiling.
That's fine. It was kind of above you anyway.
Right, good, fantastic.
Could you please make me a dexterity saving throw?
My best. Really not. Nat 1.
Oh,
Oh no!
For a 3.
Oh, little Marnie.
We're good.
Okay, Ingress, as you are looking at this form on the ceiling and pointing out, it's almost like slow motion. You're going, does it rip? This thing kind of extends and just covers Marnie's face and head.
Oh dear.
Marnie, you are grappled
Sure.
and restrained.
Sure.
Can you breathe in water?
No.
Okay. That's good to know.
Mhm.
Please, can you take me... 20 points of necrotic damage.
Sure. I would scream, but my mouth is covered.
Mm-hmm.
You probably hear a muffled
Yeah.
scream.
And that's it. At the moment. The ceiling is still wet. This was not the only thing on the
This
ceiling.
wasn't all the heavy wetness.
This is not all the heavy wetness. From the corner, another shape of water starts to form and sneak towards, and it's going to snake its appendage around. Its oozy appendage is going to sneak
bad.
towards Augury.
Thank you.
I rolled
Augury
for
gonna
it.
get wet.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, Augury, there's some heavy wetness with an appendage headed your way.
Ew.
I'm up for that.
Just
And Augury
remember,
is fine about this.
just remember the way your nipples are. You do 1d4 piercing damage.
Does a 18 hit you?
Silvery barbs.
Nice. Okay, so it's looking to try and like whack you around the legs. This thing. So it's not silvery barbs can't stop is magic, right?
Yeah, so it's a spell, so you roll with disadvantage.
But it's not a spell.
No, you can use silvery barbs on any d20 roll.
Oh, I see. Right, okay. No, I'm with you. All right, then. So previously it was an 18. Yeah, okay. Does a 14 hit you?
Misses.
Nice.
Hey.
And I'm going to give advantage to Garnet.
Great. Thank you very much. So this blobby form just tries to whip at your foot, but you see it coming in the dark after Ingress has screamed, so you manage to step out the way. But it is right there next to you. Good. That's that. Marnies, it is your turn.
This bubble of awfulness that is all around my head, can I see through it?
Yes, it's clear.
Great. Marnis will fall to their knees, struggling with their face, unable to breathe, and clearly utterly terrified. As they do, as a bonus action, I'm going to summon an echo that will appear out of the wall next to me, like within 5 feet. So next to me, but not me. I will then, without realizing that I'm doing it, no, yes, no? Yes. I will then, because it is not restrained and it is not grappled, it is going to attack, because I can use all of my attacks through it. Yes, can. It is going to attack the ooze wrapped around my face.
What do you mean ooze? Rude. Yes, please do.
The ooze now. So my shadow's doing all the work, and I can't see it, and I have no idea what's going on. So I get 2 attacks, and do I use the thing? Checking on the wording of the thing. Excuse me while I...
Do the thing!
Do the thing. Yes, I can use a feature called Unleash Incarnation, where I get 3 attacks instead of 2, so I'll use all of them on this with no limitation. Great. 25, 13...
No.
and 20 to hit.
2 of those hit.
For 12, 19 total.
Nice. So how is your echo attack? Is it just sort of slicing down, or are you stabbing through, or?
The echo is basically a more confident version of Marnie, so the echo will step out, see this, and start just raise its shield and then slice either side of it, trying to cut it down to size so that Marnie can breathe. I'm assuming that 90 points damage isn't enough to destroy it, and therefore it doesn't free Marnie. No. So the echo will try and do all of those things, trying to protect its regular self, who is currently not having a good time, fallen to their knees, really quite, like, looks like they're drowning, and not good. Not good.
It's not great. It's not a great time.
Not a great time.
No. Good. Yes, this thing continues to just be there. Yeah. Great. Garnet, it is your turn now.
Seeing as Marnie is in a lot of trouble, I will sprint over to them, short sword and shield out, and I will almost like leap in the air and jab down, trying to estimate, going for the tip of the tail of this creature, because I know that if I do that, I won't hit Marnie in the head.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Do
the
we
aim.
know that?
You would see the echo as well. Like, it's not shy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I will judge the height of the echo to the height of Marnie and try and get the right spot. So
It's exactly the
I
same.
would,
Yep.
yeah, I will attack that. The first attack is with advantage because of silver barbs. One of them was an actual 1, but it's 23 in the end.
Nice. Yes, that will hit.
That is going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
8 points of piercing. Now, there's an element to this that I realize I've not introduced, which feels a bit unfair to do retroactively, but and especially because when Marnie's echo was attacking, obviously it's attacking, it's Marnie as well. So I'm going to give a little bit of leeway on that, but Garnet, 8 damage, yes, acknowledged. Could you please make me some kind of dexterity precision-based attack to not also hit Marnie?
Like me to roll the attack again, or just roll dex?
No, you don't need to roll the attack again.
Mhm.
Yeah, please roll me a dex check to go along with it.
Ugh, that's a 10.
Okay. I'm gonna split this slightly differently. So out of the 8, I'm gonna say, Marnie, you take 2 points of damage, and this thing is gonna take 6.
Okay.
You
I
just
haven't
nick it a
realised.
little bit.
Yeah, I haven't realised that I've done that. So as I pull the sword out, I then spin round and try and sort of cut around the top of it for my second attack, which isn't with advantage. I need to click with advantage on. Ooh, that's a 14 to hit.
That just hits.
Ooh. Okay, that will be 6 points of damage. And as that happens, the first time I've ever done this, my shield hand, I raise it up into the air, and a white dagger appears in my hand, and I will use Psionic Strike to attack the one that's in front of Augury.
Ooh,
Cool.
nice.
Ooh.
But hold on
Which
to that
is-
at the moment.
2 points of damage, but yeah.
Great.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. That's fine. This second attack on the one that is on Marnie, can you make me a second dex check to...
I've done that. Ooh, dirty 20.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you're fine. So the full 6 goes to the creature.
And then it's 2 points of force damage to the one next to Augury, because I rolled
Yes.
a 1.
That's fine. I got that. Amazing work. Good. Yeah, it doesn't really make any noise, but you can definitely see that the one on Marnie is, I mean, there's less of it now. There's bits of it that have just slopped off and don't seem to be moving.
And then as my bonus action, because the Psionic Strike is part of my attack, I
Right.
will sort of try to grab hold of the thing that's around Marnie, and I'll be like, come on, hang on, that's not his voice. Come on, I'll give you a hand. Come on, let's get it. And I'm going to use my racial feature of Fey Gift to use hospitality on Marnie, so both of us gain 1d6 plus 3 temporary hit points,
Amazing. Great.
which is only 4 because I rolled a 1 again.
Hey, man. 4's a 4. Taking it.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
Amazing stuff. Great turn. Grunak, you are up next.
Right. Horrible little slimy maggots, apparently.
Doesn't look like a maggot. It's just about this shape-ish.
Right, got you.
Getting like the Abyss vibes. I know it takes us back a bit. What is that, 90s? No one's seen it? Just me? Okay, I'm old.
I feel like I have seen it, but a long time ago.
The first time they really got the CGI of like a watery face coming out of a pool and stuff.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, that's pretty much what the stat block picture looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really sure what I can do. I'm looking at everybody around Marnis. That's looking like that's kind of under control to a degree, and Augury's right next to me, and there's one right next to Augury. So I will just
It's just like
turn.
waiting.
Lovely. Glorious. I will turn around to Augury and to that thing, and I'll just kind of ready my shield and my crowbar in this instance. And say, and just go, alrighty then, well, if we're going to be fighting a few things, Augury, come on, get behind the shield, no harm, no point in you getting hurt. Now, you wee shite, and I'll just cast Sacred Flame on it. So that's a Dex saving throw from the ooze.
Excellent stuff. It's pretty dexy. It's a 19.
Well, then it hops out the way of a sudden burst of radiant light that does absolutely nothing because it's cantrip. So, and I really don't know if I've got anything else I can do right now. So that's probably going to be about it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
It's surprisingly lithe. It's just kind of there, like, whoa, and it just kind of scoots to the side, like, whoa. And your flame, your flame shoots past through. Or no, what it does is it splits and makes a hole in itself. But
Oh.
your flame just goes perfectly through.
Nice.
And then reforms. Yeah.
Smart little bastard, aren't you? Okay.
Dirty tricks.
Oh, no. I put all of the things that could be on this floor in one thing, so I just got to keep scrolling. Ogre, it's your turn next.
Always stack your encounters, folks.
Ogre is going to look at Grunak like, I can handle myself very well and draw something that looks like a hilt, like just the hilt, no blade. And I'm gonna move a little bit to gain advantage with Grunak.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna just make a strike, and a very loud sound comes from it, just more like a shockwave. And I'm gonna cast Booming Blade,
Nice.
which I need to make an attack with advantage. I roll a 10 using my portent for a total of 15 to hit.
That does hit.
Nice. So you're gonna take first. Come on, give me the damage. 8 points of slashing damage.
Great.
And then you are going also take 2 points of thunder damage. And because I'm also a rogue, you're gonna take sneak attack damage.
Oh, so
8 more.
sneaky.
8 more slashing damage.
Amazing. I just put that in wrong. That's not clever. Come here. Right.
And
That was 8 slashing to start. No, 6 slashing to start with, and then 2 thunder.
I
and then
can
8.
give you the totals. Yes. So 8 slashing,
Mhm.
2 thunder, and 8 slashing again.
Great.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action, cunning action, to disengage and put myself behind Grunak and say, you know what? Maybe I went a little bit too high with my statement.
That's so sneaky.
Brilliant. Set yourself up for that as well.
That's my
I've got
turn.
this. And I'm fine.
Fine. Ingress, your turn.
Cool. What's the situation with Marnie going on at the moment? Do they need any help?
There is still a news on their face.
There's okay.
My shadow's doing
Okay.
weird things again, and Garnot's helping as well, so
Yeah.
you're welcome to do other things if you want to, I think.
There's a lot of stabbing and slashing happening around Marnie's face. Some of it looks like it might be hitting Marnie.
Yeah, you know what? I will do the thing. I'm gonna cast Vortex Warp on Marnie and just say, "It's okay. I'll get you out of there," as a little warning, and everything just kind of, and you end up with the rest of us out of the ooze, just like 10 feet away.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. It was just on the floor.
I will fucking take it. Yeah, Marnie will be warped out and will be next to you, coughing and spluttering on the ground, looking utterly terrified.
I just want to double check, just to make sure. It definitely, if a creature is grappled, it frees them from the grapple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
great.
think so.
Unless the other creature goes with, which it can't.
Excellent stuff. Amazing.
And then, no, I'm not gonna quicken anything. I'm just gonna turn to Marnie and be like, "Okay, you're all right now. Just got to deal with the ooze. Okay, you can breathe. It's all good. It's all good."
Marnie is doubled over, just like really properly not okay, like
Just kind of a rub on the back.
breathing heavily, very upset, not sure what just happened.
Oh, poor baby.
Tries to be as reassuring as possible.
Was Ingress actually being nice? That's nice.
Yeah, Ingress is nice, just not about corporate things.
We've got to set up the English as nice so that the heel turn is legit.
Yeah, that's
Hey, corporate spies do not need to be fake all the time. No one said that.
No, we're in the corporate spy handbook.
No, and I've read that handbook.
Twice. Back to front and forwards.
Mhm.
Very good. Okay, so the ooze that is just like slopped onto the floor. Look, if a puddle could look disgruntled, it looks disgruntled. The closest thing to it now is Garnot.
And the echo.
Oh, and the echo is there as well. This thing looks like Marnie.
It does. It's a grayed out version of Marnie. Looks a bit like a living shadow.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not.
Sorry.
It's not that smart. Oh, sorry.
Before I end my turn, can I, as I'm kind of giving comfort, to shield Marnie from the gruesomeness beyond, can I spread my useless wings and just kind of force field? Can't see anything. Nothing's going on.
I feel like that should be a song. Like, I spread my useless wings.
There's Sarah Brightman in it.
I shield you from the horror.
Yeah.
Great.
very Sarah
Love
Brightman.
it. Great. Please do.
In
Wings
the
have been
end.
spread. Marnie, there are suddenly... What do these wings look like?
They are very feathery, very celestial looking. They've kind of got some goldenness at their base, but at the ends they kind of blacken and kind of curl up a little bit, almost like they've been burned. But that's just at the ends. Mostly they're glorious.
Yeah, I'm not going to question it at all. It's definitely fine.
Yeah. Pay no attention to the concerning tips of these wings.
Pay no attention to the burns at the end of the wings. There's another Sarah Brightman song.
Attention.
You
Anyway.
are the bird at the end of my wing.
It could be Evanescence by that point as well, couldn't it? It's a very different vibe, but it could be.
Yeah.
You are the burnt ends of my wings.
It's
Anyway.
very, very good. That's very good.
Yeah.
Okay. The ooze that is disgruntled on the floor is gonna look at this shadow form of Marnie.
It has an AC.
Yeah, it does. I don't think it's gonna hit you though. Where has it gone?
It's lower
there we
than my
go.
AC. It is shitter than I am.
Is it shit to the tune of 11?
No.
Mm.
What's up, dog?
Is that a no? I beat it or no? I
No, you
should not?
don't hit it with it.
Yeah. So this disgruntled ooze has flopped to the floor, kind of rises up a little bit. Sock puppet looks at the shadow and tries to slap at the shadow, but your shadow is too deft. The one,
All the little pass through it.
yeah,
No, there's nothing there.
but it looks. I can't. No. Good. The one that is near Grunak and Augury is going to similarly pull itself together and look at Grunak, and it's going to try and launch itself at you, Grunak. Could you please make me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh no.
Look it on dwarves. Let's see how it is.
yeah. Feeling mighty abused over here.
Look, you're right there. Augury specifically went behind you.
Yep. And it's gonna hit me. That's 6.
Oh no.
No.
This one has also around now Grunak's face. Grunak, can you please take me? 17 necrotic damage.
Yeah, alright.
And that is its turn. Next up. I realised I needed to say who was next because no one else is going to speak. Marnie! Marnie's, it's your turn.
Okay. Marnie is still not okay, but the Echo is fine. The Echo is going to smack the ever-loving shit out of the, definitely not a slithering tracker that is on the floor that tries to swallow its face.
Mm-hmm, please do.
Yeah, great. I'll just do 2 attacks this turn. I'll save the incarnation attack. So just 2 attack rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Nat 20.
Oh, yes.
And a 16.
Both hit.
Groovy. 15 on the nat 20.
Mm-hmm.
And another 7 on the...
Sorry? I thought you were going to say something else as well. It is... you can see it's still kind of twitching and moving, but...
All right, I'll burn the
It's right
bloody
on the edge.
Demolition Incarnation for another attack. Fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We'll need them later. It's fine. 25 to hit.
That will hit, yeah.
Another 8 on top.
Great, yeah. You get the feeling, all of you watching, now that you've seen these things take a few hits, you get the feeling that, well, that's a good point. Do the echoes count as magical attacks?
No.
No.
Same attacks as me.
Yeah. You get the feeling that ordinary piercing, bludgeoning, or slashing damage is reduced, perhaps, when trying to fight this creature. So it's maybe taken a hit extra than it would have otherwise. But what does it look like as Mani's echo?
The echo is quite brutal and quite vicious, so we'll just stab down on the floor repeatedly until it is dead, and will then turn and bullseye at the other one on the other side of the room. Well, Anis will, I think, yeah. Anis will straighten out of the wings and will look up, and also almost drawing some of the strength from the echo without knowing what's happening, and will also look over at the one that's currently on Grenak. And I will use my movement, i.e. Marnis will use Marnis's movement, to go over to the one on Grenak to help. And I will action surge, and I will take 2 more attacks now directly from me, as I just... same thing is, get off my friend!
Sure.
That's the damage. I haven't rolled an attack roll yet. Stupid. Ugh, 12 to hit.
That does not hit, I'm afraid.
And 10 to hit. Yeah, both miss.
Oh, no.
Story dice really on form. Still shaken. Still trying to deal with the whole situation. Yeah.
You remember even though it wasn't a big hit, the fact that Garnet had nicked you while he was trying to cut you out.
Yeah.
Possibly stalls you as you run over to hit this thing. Oh no, I might hit. Poor Father Grunak.
Mm. But I'm sort of there trying to help. That's the end of my turn.
Garnet.
Sorry, I have a question.
Yes.
When the thing that is on Grunak's face,
Yes.
does that count that they moved? So they were in a space and then they moved to Grunak's space?
I mean, I don't know the mechanics of this. It was within 5 feet to start with. So technically it's now on Grunak. So it has technically moved, I guess, but it doesn't count as movement.
Okay. Just trigger for my moving blade, but that's fine.
There's a really boring way to
interesting.
check. What's the attack range on the swallowing a person thing? Does it have a range? Because attacks
5
usually...
feet.
Yeah, so it didn't move by game rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I sneaked it with Marnie because it just dropped itself from the ceiling and then was within 5 feet. Sorry. But good thinking, though. Thank you. Garnet, it is your turn.
Beans. I made a slight error on my last turn. My psionic strike is used on the target that I attack, not on a different target. So I misread it, but I will make sure that I don't do it again. I will run over to the one that is attached to Father Grunak, and I will start, not knowing that I nicked Marnie, I will start attacking it twice. The second attack, I'll explain depending on whether I hit. So the first attack, it's a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Second attack is a 19 to hit.
Both hit.
So the first attack, as I slash down, the blade of my short sword lights up white as I strike into it, and that will use the psionic strike. So that will be... I'll do the damage first, then I'll roll the dex check. So it's
Sure.
8 points of piercing and 7 points of force with a 22 on my dex check.
Amazing. Yeah, you managed to avoid Grunak with this. So obviously the force damage is fine, but you do notice the piercing damage you've seen now. It's not as much as you would like. Oh no, that's not 111.
So that was the first attack. So I slashed into it, and then I sort of bring the blade up and cut back through. Second attack hit. That is 10 points of piercing damage, and the dex check is another 22, because I rolled an 18 again.
Great. No force damage on this one, just the piercing, right?
Just the piercing, yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, so you're slicing and cleaving bits of this off, and it's leaving puddles on the floor. Great stuff. Do you want any of the bonus actions? Anything else?
That is I think that's going to be the end of my turn for the minute.
Great stuff. Grunak, you got nose on your face.
Yeah, I do. It's a new experience. It's 100 and something years old, never been through this before. Anyway,
You learn something new every day.
right. It's a learning experience.
This is a new King Combo. That's the real question.
Grappled and restrained.
You're grappled and restrained.
So I can't actually do anything other than try and break free?
You can do a lot of things just with disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be trying to break free, I think, though. So I will...
I think I can help with that next turn if that helps for decision making.
I don't know. Well, I will... So I'm just... Yeah, I think... That's pretty horrible. Grunak's standing there ready, and then this ooze just approaches and covers his face. So he will not breathe, because he can't, but kind of have a momentary... He'll just kind of... A slight momentary prayer in his head towards Gorm, being like... I stand as your vigilant, stalwart defender against the darkness, so help me out right now, please. And I will take the crowbar, and I will try and ram it up inside of the thing, and try and peel it off my face, so that I can breathe, basically. I can't cast any spells, they all need a vocal quality. My face is covered. So, it's up and trying to push this away.
This is an athletics de-grapple check.
Perfect. Sounds good to me.
I want to crowbar his face.
Yeah. Is it going to work? That is an 18 from me.
Nice.
Ooh, let me. I'm so sorry. I rolled pretty high. No, it seems to. It starts to cling on tighter and tighter, and now you just have a crowbar like smush up across your face.
Question.
Yes.
So, what are the effects on Granite? Restraint and
Grappled.
grapple. Okay.
See that alley brain ticking away. There's plotting happening in that corner. Yes, so now you cannot breathe and you have a crowbar smushed against your face. Any bonus actions?
Well, I suppose I don't think there's any reason for Grunak to move, but my question would be, if the target of a booming blade is forcibly moved, does it react? Does it go off? If I move and it has to be moved with me...
You can't move your restraint.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
so
no,
your
of course I
speed is
can't
0.
move. Yeah. I forgot that key aspect. Never mind.
I'm assuming that means it must have... I'm looking at the stat block there. It must have a bit of it that is on the floor and then it's sort of extended and then is around your face, rather than to keep you still.
The slithering track of visual, from as far as I recall from games, is like a sort of like over the top of someone, so it's still in its space.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're working away. Got you.
All right then. And nothing else from Father Grunak?
Unless I can try and ungrapple again, I don't think there's anything I can do. Yeah.
All right, Ogre.
So, Ogre is gonna step aside Grunak, and then is going to take his hand and put it on Grunak's shoulder, and start slicing it underneath the slime. And then it's gonna cast Thunder Wave. Could you
Push
please?
it outwards.
Could you please make me a Constitution saving throw 15?
Sure.
Beautiful.
Oh, that was really low. That did not succeed. That was a 4.
Is pushed away 10 feet and also takes 10 points of thunder damage.
So let me get right. Remind me how. So you slid your hand under the thing between Grunak, right? So you got the crowbar there, and you slipped your hand under there as well.
I hope so.
It is attached like round Grunak's head.
Okay.
So when you say it's pushed 10 feet away from you, I think all of you are going with it.
Do it.
I mean, I don't want to get all technical here, but grapple is things like Thunder Wave forces movement, finishing
Right.
but it's up to you. It's your call.
You know what? This thing is unhealthy. So between the thunder wave damage and your booming blade, which I'm assuming will proc if it moves as well. Is that
Forced
correct?
movement, technically.
Forced movement, doesn't it?
count. What if I use a second level spell instead of first level spell? You think
What
can I
if-
make it?
What if, Ali? What is the... Read me thunder wave, please.
Yes. Thunder Wave. So a wave of thunderous force waves out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. I'm taking certain damage. And is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half damage and isn't pushed.
Mm-hmm. I think it works fine. I think it works absolutely fine. It pushes the creature. But the way that it works is because you've got your hand stuck under there. You push it and the thunder like crackles through the whole thing. But you and Grunak are dragged 10 feet with it, and it explodes in a big acidy mess. As you're both sent flying into the wall. As this thing just...
Garnet and I, we're within 5 feet because we were both trying to help Brunette get out of it. So are we affected by this too?
I'm going to give Augury the benefit of the doubt and assume that the 15-foot cube that he was aiming was away from everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
you
no
hear
splash
you hear the
back,
noise,
right?
No, we just get the splashback. That's all we get.
Yeah.
Do we take any acid damage or?
No, it's fine. I think I think that would be petty. The way there's no specific rules on like if you purposefully stick your hand in this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was specifically trying to leech out the life of Grunak and Marnie. But yes,
Is everyone okay?
My echo vanishes. I think so. That was painful. It was very, very painful.
That indeed it was.
Wings come in. I'm doing okay.
Well, now we know what happened to all the people here.
There's no more of them on the ceiling, is there?
not that you can see. The ceiling is damp, but it looks like residual dampness now.
How high is the ceiling?
Normal ceiling height? I don't know, what is that, 15 feet?
I don't know. It's really hard to tell that because I'm 6'3". I can touch ceilings by reaching up, but I don't think Marnie can.
No.
2.4 meters.
It's an average ceiling height.
Can Can you reach up and touch the ceiling, Garnet? You're quite tall.
Hang on a minute. Sword out. Yeah, no, I can touch it. It's about 10 foot, I'd say.
Nothing happens.
I will say, as you raise your sword, Garnot, everyone's obviously looking quite closely at it. Augury in particular has noticed that there's a little bit of wear and tear.
Hitting.
A little bit. And if that
Have
leads
you
the rest of you to
nothing?
look at any weapons that you've used to attack this thing.
I hit with my.
Just-
I missed with my sword, but I swiped near it as well. Is also pitted.
Yeah,
Crowbar.
crowbar's fine.
Oh.
Ah.
Well,
Oh, this is quite sturdy. I think I will keep on to this.
I put the sword away. The sheath of the sword is in my shield, so I put it in there. Keep the shield on my side. I'm going over to the armory, over the cave bit over there where there looks like there might be some weapons. I'm going to take some of them because I'm not having my gear get damaged by this stuff.
Interesting, Josh, that you assume that you can get into it.
I will use the Aracocra's rune stone to get in there, and the force if I have to. You will open for me.
What if we put together all the stones? It's like a mega sword, mega stone.
Hang on. Whose stone did you just pick up, Garnet?
The person who interviewed us,
All right.
security chief. So I'm going to guess that their stone will work on on that.
Rukiak uses she, her pronouns. Used.
Yeah. Didn't recognize her. This thing does a monster on people's faces. I'll sort of touch my face. Have I got holes in my face? Are there holes in my face now? Are there holes in my face?
I mean,
You've got a little
not
cut.
holes.
Apart
I
from
mean,
my
you've
nose.
taken some damage. It's a little, yeah. It's
Is it like an acid burn? Is it like? Is this a bit
yeah,
big?
yeah,
Wait.
yeah.
Is the beard still there?
Yes, it's not. It is. It's a very light, feathery moustache, but mostly it's sideburns. They're all still holes.
I was wondering if the acid had dissolved any and now you got patched too.
Oh no. Nat, DM's cool. Do I have a patchy beard these days?
Oh, no. I think this time it's okay, but who knows in the future? Yeah. In terms of the investigating the armory, funnily enough, Chief Rukiak's runestone doesn't seem to work.
This place is completely backwards on their security protocol. You would have thought the head of security would have been able to get into the security locker of the armory bit. Why is it the green jumpsuit people can get into the security room? But the
That's a
security...
good point. Perhaps I'll try my one. Can I try my one on it?
It does not work.
Can I try the Loxodon's one?
Sorry, one sec. Evie, what did you say?
Ingris, seeing the failures, is just going to go over to Grunak, like, Grunak, you're so smart, of course. Why don't you try using your crowbar? I mean, you're so good with it. I mean, that's got to do it, right?
I mean, well, it's very kind of you to say. The old crowbar didn't do much last time, but I'll certainly give it a go, I guess. Why not? Shove the crowbar in.
So the armory itself that you're trying to enter is it is just like a sub room within this room, and the door, it just seems solidly stuck this time. It's interesting that the panel that you put the rune stone over, it did look like the chiefs should have worked. I think Grunak, you got a bit of insight into these things. It might be that something is amiss with why it's not working. One of you was looking around at the other bodies in the room before the fight. Who was that?
That was me. I was going around all of the bodies.
Yeah. There was one of the other bodies in the room, I think just before things kicked off, you were looking at the body of probably a tabaxi. And you think you remember there being something in their pocket, but you were distracted by the fight and the appearance of the slithering trackers.
I will go back to that body and carry on investigating all the bodies if I can't get into the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Can I investigate the door briefly and see if there's any way I can see around the sides or anything like that? Just for a quick check.
Sure.
May I help, given that apparently I had some insight into this door thing being busted? Thank you.
Ooh, 17.
Nice. I mean, it doesn't look like it's pretty tightly sealed, so it's not like there's little rivets or anything. It's kind of standard door, but has some strange new technology that has locked things.
There's no way to see. There's no way to see on the other side or anything like that.
No, there's no windows in this door.
As part of the research,
I was going to say, Garnet, as you're looking through the bodies, you did find the tabaxi that you were looking at earlier again, and there is another note, because this game is all about finding the notes. And this tabaxi wearing the yellow of security, as were everyone in this room, actually. And this one, as you're looking at it, says, Officer skips through Moss, security log, day 78. My sources were right. Infiltrating this facility was the correct call. It feels like there's many wheels in motion here, though. More people playing their own game than actually doing the work we've been paid to do. Chief Rukiak keeps a beady eye, but not enough, I fear. For one, I've managed to slip right under her radar. I have my suspicions about the new administrator as well. It didn't come up in our interview, but I can smell the Feywild on her, and I've had first-hand experience of how tricksy the Feywild can be. To be on the safe side, I have changed the passcode to the armory and the security office to Moonbeam. I'm not sure why I feel a compulsion to write down these top-secret thoughts and ideas, but it will make things easier to complete my report when I make it back home.
I will fold that up and just put it in my armor, and I'll walk over to the door and I'll type in Moonbeam.
There's not anything to type in, but you get the sense of, like, you hold the thing over and you say the word.
Oh, okay.
You're holding it over.
I don't know what this is. I mean, it would be really good if there was some sort of moonbeams around.
The door opens.
Oh my god, you're so smart. Thank you.
So good. I see why they hire you. What were you doing before this?
I just, I was at a theatre production before, and then before that I was a bodyguard, so, I do a bit of this, that, and everything, really.
Well, you're very talented.
If everyone's going into the armory, I will wait, and before Garnot goes, I will just hold onto his arm briefly, take the note out of my pocket and hand it to him, and say, Chief Rukiak, thought there was something about you too. Nice one.
Well, that's really nice of them. Thanks. And I'll hand my note to Marnie. Being as we're both security, I think there was a little bit more going on here than some people were letting on.
We all heard it, didn't we?
I mean, we can say, like, in character you didn't,
Gotcha.
but out of character you did. Yeah.
I'll open it and I will hear the voice again.
Yeah. I'm not going to read it again.
That's fine. And then I will look up at Ingress. Just a little.
And on that suspicious look, I think that's where we have to leave it for this evening.
Oh no!
What a cliffhanger!
Checkpoint.
Suspicions at the party.
It's a checkpoint.
Yeah, exactly.
It's definitely a save room. I mean,
Yeah. Amazing stuff. Thank you so much, team. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for tonight's show. If you enjoyed it, come join us every Monday and Tuesday evenings from 6 p.m. GMT no, not /BST. That's a different time. 6 p.m. GMT or 10 a.m. PT. We also play Fracture on Tuesdays. Chris, you want to tell us about Fracture?
First episode tomorrow.
Yay! What is it?
It's a long-running campaign. It's going to be our first long-running campaign. We are in a brand new. We start in Faerun, but it'll be in a brand new world with brand new monsters, creatures, everything brand new. But Mondays will still be lovely Faerunian adventures. So check and join these. But yes, Fracture. They're all teenagers, and boy, are they playing the part.
Okay, stuff. Amazing. So that's on Tuesdays. We're on Mondays for the next 3 weeks after this, and then on Fridays we have, actually this week we probably have our second end of year roundup show.
We do.
But then next week we're back to Talking is a Free Action, which is our chat show where we take people and we put them through a Crystal Maze style challenge and we ask questions and get to know each other, and it's great. All of these stream at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg, and you can find all of our content archived at youtube.com/rolltogetherrpg, and you can find us on podcasts. Search for Roll Together RPG. Thank you very much to our D20 Club on Patreon. We couldn't do any of this without you. You are all marvelous people. There's a link in chat. You could join them and be as cool as they are. Thank you again to all of our sponsors and supporters. They're all marvelous. And find us on social media as Roll Together RPG. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.